Hello and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. In this video, we are going to work on one of two center spreads that I need for this folio journal that I'm making for the swap. And in the last video, I started making these coin envelopes. And so I just took two pieces of the digital kit and just put them on the front of the coin envelopes. I'm not embellishing the back of these. You'll see why when we get there. What I'm needing to do though is decorate this, and you'll see why also in a moment. So let's see here. I want to do a butterfly on here, and I'm thinking that my 1.75 inch butterflies probably will be about the right size for that. Yeah, I think so. Because I think the 2 inch might be a little too big. Let me just see here if I want the 2 inch or the 1.5 inches. I mean 1.75. I have lots of sizes here. Yeah, I think the 2 inch is going to be too big, so we'll do the 1.75. And I'm just going to do ooh, that one's pretty with the watercolor on it. Okay, but do we want pink? What color do we want? I have all kinds of colors here. I had a watercolor paper pad that I just cut a ton of butterflies out of, and I love using these. I just haven't been using them very much lately, but I haven't really worked on any projects that like lent themselves to it. One thing I do want to be mindful of is the color scheme that I'm using, the paper pad itself. So I actually do think I'm going to stick with green. Okay. So there's green for that one. And then I want to do a smaller one to layer. So I'll go 1.5 inches. And then let's see, give me just a couple green ones here. And then we're gonna do some like tone on tone. Well, I probably won't do tone on tone stamping with these because of the color. Well, I say I'm going to do the green ones, but I'm not liking how these colors are falling in here. I didn't want to take them all out because now I'm fussing. So let me pick butterflies out. I'll be back. I changed my mind. I went with pink. And that's okay. I can change my mind. It's allowed. So what I want to do is some tone on tone stamping and do a little bit of inking, not a lot of inking, just a little, but just a little tone on tone stamping, just some pink script stamp, and I didn't get the script stamp out before I turned the video back on. So guess what? My script stamp is packed. So I'm just gonna make do with this Bo Bunny newsprint one because it's got a little bit of script right here. So I'm just gonna, this is my worn lipstick, and I'm just gonna take and just kind of go across just to give the butterflies a little bit of interest here. I'm not worried about perfect stamping. I just am trying to just give them a little bit of color and yeah, just mark on them a little bit. Not a lot, just a little. And then, yeah. And these butterflies are in my Etsy shop. So I don't remember how many I have. I priced them very reasonably. But I do have some in my Etsy. So the little antennas, I don't know how they're going to fare with this. We'll see. I'm going to go ahead and leave them on there for right now, but I'm not sure that I will end up keeping them on just because of the application for how I'm going to use these. I'm a little concerned about the antennas surviving, but we'll see. We'll leave them on for right now. I can always clip them off when we're to that point. So, hope everybody's well. For me, it's still Saturday. So I finished the other video, the prior video, this already. And then now I'm back doing this one. I'm really trying to focus on getting this folio made because what is today's date? The 19th. Tomorrow's the first day of spring. Yay. And I don't want to be down to the wire the last minute. I do need to cut those off, I think. Oh, it's texture. Anyway, I don't want to be down to the last minute trying to get these finished, and I'm afraid that that's what's going to be happening. So I'm only going to put a little bit of glue on the body for right now. I can go back and put it under the wings if I need to. We'll see how this plays out. So the Mulan journal that I did, when I did this center spread, was not this past Christmas, it was last Christmas, so it would have been Christmas of 2020 when I made that, or November, because I got it mailed to her for Christmas. So it's been a little while since I've done it, and I'm trying to dig deep in my brain and remember what I did. But that white lace is just getting lost. So I have some blue. It might be kind of pretty under there. What about a little bit of blue? Maybe. No, it's still too light. We need darker. Darker, darker, darker. Ooh, this is really pretty. Let's do a little piece of this blue. I like it. And you'll see why it's going to matter. But I don't like where it's gathered at the top like that, so I generally cut that off. But I just want a little bit of lace peeking out from the butterfly there. And I'm just going to cut in between those flowers. Cut the top of this off. Okay. Yeah. And actually, I think that's going to be good. Okay, I'm going to glue this down and then we can trim it off in a minute. This is my almost empty bottle. It's my new 3-in-1 bottle. You know, I filled my bottles up. And just trying to use the last bit of this, but it keeps wanting to goober out on me. It's driving me crazy, so I keep going back to my sugar bottle. All right, so just do a little bit of glue on here. And I'll smooth that down a little bit. Don't want it too goopy. Hold that for a second. And then I'll get it put on this one as well. And then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm really trying to remember how I did this. It was not my idea. I watched a YouTube video on it. I know I did, but again, it has been well over a year since I've done it. So what's going to happen here is I need to make a slit on this. Let me put it on the back side so I can mark it. Okay, so what I'm doing is this flap, is gonna be, you'll see. I don't know how to explain it. Let me kind of get through this and hopefully I'll say it well enough as I'm doing it. But the top of my pocket here matters. The fold of this fold matters. That's gonna be where I need to make a line in my paper. So I'm just kind of knowing that I'm going to be gluing around the edges of this, okay? Or I may stitch it, I'm not sure, but I want to mark the top of my pocket there, okay? And then, I don't need this piece right now. Then, I'm just going to make a straight line here. Hopefully it's straight. This is probably not the best project to be doing on a paper that I tore my edges. And so my pocket itself, my coin envelope is, what did we do? We did it 4 inches, right? Yeah, about 4 inches. So our slit in our paper needs to be like 1, 2, 3. Did I do this wrong? No, I'm okay. All right, so that's at 4 1/4 here. Let's center this on my page-ish. Okay, let me just make that line a little longer. So that's like a 4 1/2 inch line, which is too long. I don't need it that long, okay? And I need to reinforce this. So what's going to happen now is I am going to just glue some book page here. I'm really trying to remember how to do this, and obviously I don't have a template made, but we need to reinforce our paper, okay? So I'm just gonna take some paper well, not that piece of paper. And I'm just going to go like so on here and let that dry. Okay, so that's going to reinforce where we open that. And I'm going to do the same on this other side here. And I'm going to let this dry. We're going to let it dry. And I'm not going to worry about that. Let's see. I'm just going to go like... And then I covered my pencil line. I should have glued this first. Okay, that's all right. It's gonna be okay. So we're gonna let this dry. Okay, I have to let that dry before I can do anything on that because I need to cut through that. I should have done that first before I did these. So basically what's going to happen is we're going to cut a little slit for these coin envelopes to slide. They're going to be hidden pockets. So you'll see the butterfly and the lace, but you won't see the pocket. You'll see. It's really cute when it's done, if I manage to do it right. So hang on. Okay, so I've made some marks on my book page. I hope there's no potty words there. Oh gosh, I didn't even look. I'm sorry if there's potty words. I didn't check it. I think it's okay. Oh my goodness. See, these are just Dollar Tree books that I have gutted to use for glue books and other things, and I wasn't even thinking when I did that and held that up to the screen, so I hope there's nothing offensive. All right, so my glue is pretty much dried, and I have measured kind of where I want it to be on here. So I just took my envelope, you know, and just kind of measured where I wanted that to fall on the page. And then, because my envelope is 4 inches wide, I just went 4 1/8 inch here, okay? That's just gonna give that little bit of wiggle room for these to slide into the pockets, which you'll see, and as we build this, you'll understand. And if you guys don't understand, ask in the comments and definitely let me know. I'm trying to be clear, but I know that I'm a little muddy because I'm trying to remember what I'm doing as well. So I'm just going to take my ruler and very carefully and slowly, cautiously, I'm just going to take my knife and just go along that pencil line to just that 4 1/8 inch to open that, okay? It's just going to be that little bit of a slit here. And you'll see, this is going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully it works out like I want it to. It will. I just have to wrap my brain around what I'm doing because, like I said, it's been a really long time. I know I'm repeating myself. Apologies. So I hope everybody's doing well. I don't even know if I said that when I started filming this episode or if I even said it in the last episode. It's what happens when I film like I do. Back-to-back episodes, I'll think I'm repeating everything, and then I'm like, oh, did I even say it at all? Watch your fingers if you're doing this. Just be really careful and be cautious. Like my knife blade's getting dull. I need to replace it, I think. So, yeah. So I'll just get these cut out and I'll be right back. Well, that was a little more challenging than I had anticipated because my knife blade was so dull. So now this can go in here like this. And I didn't have to make the slit so big. I remember now. I didn't have to do that, but it's done. So these will slide in here like this, okay? And be part of the paper. So then this will become, oops, 1 page. Maybe I should redo that. I don't think I like that. I don't think I like that at all. That's too big of a slit. I shouldn't have gone that big. So let me get a different piece of paper and do it again. Or I could maybe do just a little bit of music paper there. Nope, I gotta fix it. So I fixed it. It's a much better slit. So I had this one, which I'll still use this paper, obviously, but that was just way too big. You just want a little bit of a sliver. You really only want it big enough that your piece will slide in there. And again, that's part of why we're not embellishing, right? Because we don't want that bulk in that pocket. So now what we're gonna do is I want to, actually, you know, I think I'm just gonna stitch around this coffee dyed paper just for a little bit of interest on that. So let me stitch around that and I will be right back. Yeah. So I've stitched around it. Just wanted to add a little bit of interest to the page. And so now I'm gonna glue. You know, how I'm gonna do this is I'm just gonna glue around these three pieces, these three edges. Obviously it's pieces. And I think I'm going to use my 3-in-1. I think it'll be okay. And I'm doing it like this first because I am gluing the whole page down, or gluing the 2 pages together, excuse me. And so I want to make sure that it's oh my gosh. It's where I want, between the top and the bottom. Centered. Yeah, that's the word. So I'm just going to push over from the middle out and just push that down, okay? And so now yeah, yay, I'm remembering. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe how hard it was for me to remember how to do this and to do it correctly. I guess, you know, when you don't do something for so long, you know, I've forgotten more than I think I ever knew how to do. Because, you know, you learn something new and then you do it and then you forget about it, which this is something actual. You know what I'm going to do with this? I'm going to put this in the ideas journal. That's what I'm going to do with that. And then it's in there. So next time I'm struggling with something kind of cool or unique to do, you guys can go, hey, go look in your ideas journal. You've put stuff in there, right? And that way we've got stuff we can pull from when I get stumped. Which I do want to kind of flip through that because I know there's some super cool like pockets and stuff that are in there to do in this journal. So, all right. So now, see, if I had done art glitter glue, it would dry quicker, but I wanted the flexibility of being able to like move this page a little bit. Wanting to gap in that spine right there, or in that crease right there, but it'll be okay. Once it gets sewn into the signature and everything, it should be okay. So maybe I should have glued it flat, but it should be fine. Okay, so then these will slide in here like that. There's another one right there. So see how that's gonna work? Isn't that fun? So now I need to actually put something inside, which I was going to cut that wonky piece up and put it in there, but maybe I won't. I will find one of these digital images and fold so that there's space to write in. And one of these I thought was like lined paper. We don't have to use lined paper. We can just use, ooh. Oh, I wanted to do something with those too. Let's see. I mean, we could just fold up some paper and put in there, right? That's all we need, really. Ooh, this will be fun. Let's use these. Okay. Just some coffee dyed paper, right? That we just want to, and see, that one's torn on the edge there. So let me trim that off. That got torn when I was coffee dyeing it, which wouldn't bother me, but I don't want to put a torn piece of paper in a pocket like that. I need a new blade, I think. Let me get a different trimmer. I need a new blade in this. I can't use this until I replace that blade, which I know I do have new blades. I think everything needs new blades. My knife needs a new blade too. I was having a hard time cutting with the one Fisker's knife, so I just got out my Craftsman knife and used that. So, and that one's not torn, it's just folded, so it's fine. So what we'll do then is, dun, 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 dun. So I don't want to go that way. Let's see, we'll go this way. I know what I want to do. Okay, so I was just going to fold them, but I don't think I'm going to. I think what I want to do is just make like a little pad to put in there, about like so. Okay. And then, let's see. And then we can do some like stamping on them if we want to, right? And then one more. Let's go this way. Okay. Oh, that'll be cute. I like it. So then I'm just going to staple, which my stapler's packed. Well, that was tougher than it needed to be. But we're done. Okay, so I used my polka dotted, coffee dyed paper and just made a couple little pads here, and I used my art glitter glue and just did a little bit of cardstock over the staples, just to obscure the staples a little bit. Just want to make sure that's good and dry because this is really thick and kind of bulky. So I'm glad I didn't go with any more papers, and honestly I could have just done two because this is heavier paper than just regular copy paper. So that's gonna slide into our little envelope there. Ooh, I did not take that into account. Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't reinforce that envelope either. Boy, I'm just making all kinds of mistakes today. So reinforce your envelope if you're gonna use anything with much weight in it, okay? So because of the bulk, and you don't wanna tear your music paper, and normally I would have reinforced that edge. I'm telling you guys, my brain is just overloaded for sure. Okay, that's in there. So cute, in my humble opinion. I forgot how much fun this little pocket was. And now my little butterfly's there, and it's just gonna embellish the page. And you know, I may still put that as my center in there now because that will sit in my, nope, because that'll be that. Well, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe. Because that's kind of cute with the blue. And then we have our center, and then it opens. But boy, did that add a lot of bulk to that signature. So, hang on, let me test my folio and see if that's gonna actually fit in here like this now, because I only have my 1-inch spine. Ooh, see, that's really going to be, I may have to remake those two little notebooks because I don't have much in this journal yet, and I only have a 1-inch spine. So the rest of what goes into this second signature needs to be pretty flat, or I just use these in a different space and go back to just folding a piece of paper and putting in these envelopes, because that's just way too much bulk. Way too much bulk. Okay. Oh my goodness. What did I do with that? So now I think I'm gonna just cut this in half maybe, and just, yeah, unfold it and put it in there and not have the 3 pieces, because that's too bulky. So when you're trying to watch your bulk, you know, you gotta be mindful of those things, because those are really cute though. I will still tuck them in a pocket somewhere, but they're just too bulky for this purpose. But I love the polka dots. They're so cute. Okay, so let's just fold this like in a third here. Like so. And then that's way less bulk to be in that signature. To be in that. And then watch your butterflies, because I keep trying to bend my wings and I'm going to damage my wings if I'm not careful. Yeah, that fits in, that feels way better. And you guys, you know, I always say it's just paper, you know, and you're allowed to change your mind, and it's an evolution, really. And actually, that's better for this too, because of my lame brain not reinforcing that edge. Okay, so that fits in there better, and that really freed up, I mean, because that's a lot of thickness to put in there, but you know, we'll still use these. I may actually just back this with something, you know, I could back that and maybe just trim that a little, and then that would be like a little waterfall. That would be really cute, tucked somewhere. So we'll figure that out when we get to it, but anyway. So with these pieces are made though, so we can just put those in our ephemera pile. They're ready to go. Maybe with a little bit of an adjustment. So, okay, so I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, that's a lot less bulk. It feels a lot better. Okay, so that's gonna be on this video because, let me see where we're at time-wise. Okay, yeah, we're at 25 minutes. So, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here, and then in the next video, we'll come back and we will do this center spread. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. It's really coming along nicely. And I think, I mean, I more than have my pockets, I think already met for the requirements. So I just really want to get this embellished and add to it. And we still need to stencil the white space on these pages, but until I'm done embellishing or creating my pages, I don't really want to do that yet. So this one is going to get turned this way, I think, because of how I'm going to do this. So I will do that in the next video. So let me stop recording this one, and I will see you guys in the next video.